Okay, so we're still talking about know-it-all and how to counsel clients that present in this way as erudites, a lot of knowledge and stuff, and maybe want you to be, just frankly, an expert beyond what you could be. It's our job to process with clients, not know a bunch of stuff. So a couple other things to keep in mind is at the very beginning, you need to know their goals. What are their goals in the counseling? And so if you were to happen to offer advice and they were to refuse it and you get into that yes but game, to stop, always go back, all right, well, what is it you're wanting to get out of today? And a very solution-focused type term or concept to use with people is say, hey, at the end of this session, what will make you look back to think this was helpful or effective? Now, you could also use that for the sessions. Like, hey, if you come back 3 times, how will you know that this was helpful for them? So we're always putting it back on them, and we're always going back to their goal. You told me your goal was to form better, more lasting relationships. How does this meet with it? Okay, and let me explain to you from an existential perspective how I'm kind of meeting you in this moment. Okay, and I'm curious if you're experiencing the same thing with other people. And this is a safe place to discuss it. Okay, that's what we do here. Now, there's something, I'm not saying to use this, but there's something I keep in the back of my mind when I know that I'm starting to work with somebody who's really in the know-it-all-itis character. But it's on the West Wing if you've ever watched this show. And Alan Arkin's son, is playing the psychiatrist to Jeb Bartlett, the president. And this is a president who's won a Nobel laureate in economics. He's president of the United States, and he's not sleeping. So they fly Adam Arkin in to work with Jeb secretly. And one night, I don't know if you remember this, they're sitting in the office, the residence, and Jeb is doing all this stuff that I've just talked about. Yes, but that's not going to work. It's not going to work to stop smoking a cigarette. How can I stop worrying? All that kind of stuff. And Adam Arkin, the psychiatrist, is just kicked back, and he's like, you know what? This is your $300, and it's about to be my $300, and I sleep fine. So we're not going to say that, but we just want to always recognize this is their time, and it's for their use. So we always want to come back to their goal, make them aware of what counseling is and what it isn't, maybe use some of these theories to help them see that we're actually working from models organically and as needed. Okay, there's not one size fits all in counseling, you know that. So hopefully this will give some advice to give you a little more ease. You could be much younger than somebody. This could be somebody with such high status, political status, that you feel insecure. Don't let it do that. Counseling is a relationship among equals, and it's about processing so they come to their own conclusions. I love something Gerald Corey always said. He goes, I could tell you answers, but that would be coming from me. That's not necessarily what you need and what would work for you. So I'd much rather work with you to find your own answers.